everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn how to send Instamojo confirmation message on WhatsApp and create Zoho CRM Contact. So I am an owner of a business who sells online courses to students. I collect the payments from my students with the help of Instamojo whenever they purchase a course from my business. So here what I want is that as soon as a payment is going to be done by any of my students while they are purchasing the course, automatically to that student a WhatsApp notification should be forwarded telling them the payment is done. And with that, I want to create a contact of that student in my Zoho CRM. And if I'm going to do this manually, it is going to take me a lot of time. So what I did was I simply created an automation using Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. So here in this automation, what we are going to learn is that with the help of Instamojo, whenever any of my student purchases a course and the payment is done, automatically what should happen is to that student a WhatsApp message should be forwarded notifying them the payment that we have received. And with that, I want to create a contact of that student in my Zoho CRM. And for that, we are going to create an automation between all of these applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you want to learn about this amazing automation, then let me take you all to my screen. Welcome to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to send Instamojo payment confirmation message on WhatsApp and create Zoho CRM Contact. So I run an online educational platform offering various courses and workshops. When a student enrolls and makes a payment for a course through Instamojo, I want to ensure they receive an immediate confirmation and thank you message via WhatsApp. With the help of this integration, as soon as the payment is confirmed and an automated WhatsApp message is going to be forwarded to the student, thanking them for their payment, simultaneously the student's information is going to be added to my Zoho CRM, creating a new contact with their payment details, ensuring that your records are always up to date. And we're going to be creating this amazing automation with the help of Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign in to my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the all Pabbly apps window in front of you, in which you can see the 5 applications of Pabbly, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on Access Now. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button right over here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is then going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the workflow name and for us to select a folder. So for the name of my workflow, I'm going to give it as Send Instamojo payment confirmation message on WhatsApp and create Zoho CRM contacts. So this is the workflow name that I want to give. Next, it is asking for us to select a folder. So on the left side of my screen, you can see I've created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, click right over here. So these are the folders from which I'm going to select Instamojo automations as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving a name to our workflow and selecting the folder, let's click on Create in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of Send Instamojo payment confirmation message on WhatsApp and create Zoho CRM Contact, and there are 2 windows in front of you. One over here says Trigger, other says Action. Trigger and Action are the 2 most important steps of our automation process, because our process depends on these 2 concepts. Over here, Trigger says when this happens and Action says do this. That means our action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We're going to set up our trigger step first. And for the trigger application, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my trigger application as Instamojo V1, because with the help of Instamojo, I am collecting the payments from my students as per the course they are going to purchase. Okay, my objective is that as soon as they go to purchase and the payment is going to be successful using Instamojo, automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response. That is why for the trigger application, I've selected it as Instamojo, and for the trigger event, I'm going to select it as New Sale, because whenever the payment is going to be done and we're going to receive the payment, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. After selecting the trigger application and the event, you can see that Pabbly Connect has provided us with a webhook URL. With the help of this unique webhook URL, we are going to connect Instamojo to Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to copy this URL from here. After copying the URL, you have to follow the steps given here below in the help desk to connect Instamojo and Pabbly Connect. For doing that, what we have to do is we have to open our Instamojo account. So this is my Instamojo account right over here, and we are going to connect this to Pabbly Connect. So I've created a smart page using Instamojo. You can see right over here in the name of PHP for programming. I'm going to open this. So I've created this smart page using Instamojo and I'm selling this course with the help of it. Okay, I want that as soon as any of the students are going to purchase this course right over here, that is PHP for programming with the help of Instamojo, automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response. Okay, so we are going to connect this page to Pabbly Connect. For that, click on this three dots in edit page right over here. As you're going to do that, you're going to reach to the edit page of the smart page, that is PHP for programming. If I'm going to scroll down, under custom field it says add webhook. We are going to turn on this bracket add webhook right over here. As we're going to do that, it is going to ask you to enter the webhook URL and the information to be sent. So for the webhook URL, I'm going to paste the webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us, okay? And for the information to be sent over here, there are two options, successful payments and the failed payments. As our objective is that whenever the payment is going to be successful, then Pabbly Connect should capture the response. So for the information to be sent, I'm going to select it as successful payments, okay? After pasting the webhook URL and selecting the information that we want to send, we are going to click on the save and update button. I'm going to click on this yes button. As you can see that it says smart page PHP for programming edited successfully. The webhook has now been successfully added to this page right over here that we have created using Instamojo. So as now if I'm going to take it back to my workflow, it is saying waiting for webhook response. So now what we are going to do is we are going to do a test purchase using Instamojo and we're going to check whether Pabbly Connect captures the response of the purchase being done or not. For that, I'm going to copy this URL from here and I'm going to open it in a new tab right over here. And you can see that this is the smart page, that is PHP for programming, and we're going to enroll for this course right now. I'm going to click on this enroll now button. It is going to ask for the customer's information. We're going to fill in the details. For the first name of my customer, I'm going to write it as test. For the last name over here, I'm going to write it as lead. For the email over here, I'm going to write it as testlead55@pabblytudes.com, and for the phone number I'm going to write in a dummy mobile number. After that, I'm going to click on add delivery info. It is asking for the address, so I'm going to fill in the address detail. Address, I've written it as 11 Modern City. For the city over here, I'm going to write it as Bhopal. For the pin code over here, I'm going to write in a dummy pin code. For the state over here, I'm going to select a state from here, that is Madhya Pradesh. I don't want the GST number details, so I'm going to not select this option, and then I'm going to click on proceed to pay. As we're going to do that, it is going to ask you for the payment method. I'm going to select it as card. It is asking for the card details, so I'm going to fill in the details and then I'm going to click on this pay button. I've filled in the card details. Now I'm going to click on this pay 9 button. As you can see that it says the payment is successful. So as now the payment is successful, this means that the purchase is done. So now I'm going to open my Pabbly Connect account and the workflow that I'm creating, and I'm going to check whether Pabbly Connect has captured the response of the payment being successful using Instamojo or not. For that, I'm going to open my workflow and I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to wait over here for a few seconds. After waiting for a few seconds, you can see that we have received a response of the payment being successful using Instamojo. Now let us tally the response. In the response, the status comes over here as success. For the payment ID, the payment ID. For the currency as INR, as you can see right over here, completed at the time and date. For the amount as 9, you can see right over here. For the purpose as master PHP with our course, you can see country as India, state as Madhya Pradesh. For the postal code, a dummy postal code. For the country as India again, city as Bhopal. For the address as 11 Modern City. For the phone number, dummy mobile number, name as testlead, email as testlead55@pabblytudes.com. So this means that Instamojo is now successfully connected to Pabbly Connect and our trigger setup is done. Now whenever a payment is going to be successful, a purchase is going to be done by any of our students using Instamojo, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. After setting up a trigger step, as our objective is that whenever the students are going to do the payment using Instamojo, automatically to the student a confirmation message should be forwarded using WhatsApp. So we're going to set up our action step. And for the action application, we are going to use it as WhatsApp Cloud API. As with the help of WhatsApp Cloud API, I've created a message template, and with the help of WhatsApp Cloud API, I will be forwarding the message template as messages to all of my students as confirmation message. Okay. So in place of WhatsApp Cloud API, you can also use Vati or Interact. As I've created a message template using WhatsApp Cloud API, that's why I'm using it, okay? Or else you can use Vati, Interact or AI Sensi for sending WhatsApp messages, okay? After selecting the action application as WhatsApp Cloud API, for the action event, I'm going to select it as send template message. As with the help of WhatsApp Cloud API, I've created a message template, you can see right over here. And with the help of this template message, I will be forwarding messages to all of my students, okay? So after selecting the action application and the event, I'm going to click on this connect button. A new window is going to appear. On it, click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection. After that, it is asking for the token, phone number ID and the WhatsApp business account ID. By providing providing these details, we are going to connect WhatsApp Cloud API to Pabbly Connect. And for having the details of all these required fields, what we have to do is we have to click on this Learn More hyperlink right over here. As we're going to do that, you will be forwarded towards this page, and if you're going to scroll down, it says how to set up WhatsApp Cloud API inside Pabbly Connect. If you're going to watch this tutorial, you are going to learn how you can step-by-step complete WhatsApp Cloud API setup inside Pabbly Connect and WhatsApp Cloud API, and you're going to complete the setup and you're going to have all the details that Pabbly Connect is asking for, okay? So this is the tutorial that you need to watch in order to have the access of the WhatsApp API setup, okay? After that, it says how to generate permanent token inside WhatsApp Cloud API. As you can see over here, it is asking for the token, and the API setup that I have done is the API setup with the temporary access token. But if you want to generate a permanent token, you have to watch this other tutorial in which you're going to learn how you can step-by-step generate permanent token for WhatsApp Cloud API. So do watch these tutorials before completing the API setup, okay? So as now I have already created an API setup using WhatsApp Cloud API inside Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to open the setup. So this is the API setup that I've created. In the setup, we have the token, phone number ID, and the WhatsApp business account ID. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy these details from here and we're going to paste it right over here. Similarly, for the phone number ID, I'm going to copy the ID from here, paste it right over here. For the WhatsApp business account ID, copy the ID from here and paste it right over here. After that, I'm going to click on this save button. As you can see that WhatsApp Cloud API is now successfully connected to Pabbly Connect. After that, it is asking for us to select the template name, language code, and the selected template ID. So I've created a template in the name of payment successful message, and with the help of this template, I will be forwarding messages to my students who have done the purchase. So in this template, you can see in front of some values and in the end of some values, there are two curly brackets. So these are the variables that I've created in this template right over here. In place of these variables, I want the values of certain things that is required, okay? So I'm going to select the template name over here as payment successful message because this is a template that I've created. And as soon as you're going to select the template, the language code and the selected template ID is automatically going to be selected. So after selecting the template name, you do not need to do anything with these steps as it is going to be automatically selected, okay? Next, it is asking for the recipient mobile number. So recipient mobile number is the mobile number on which you want to send a WhatsApp message to. As I want to send WhatsApp message to all the students who are going to do the payment successfully using Instamojo. So for the recipient mobile number, what we are going to do is for the data of it, we are going to map the data. Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So we're going to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. And how mapping works is that as soon as I'm going to click on this field, it says Instamojo V1 new sale. This was the previous step. As I'm going to click on it, this was the same response that was captured in our previous step. As over here, it is asking for the recipient mobile number. So I'm going to map the data of the phone number of my customer from my previous response. So this was the buyer's phone number. So from my previous response, I'm going to select this data. As I've selected data, the data is mapped, and as I map the data has now become dynamic. That means whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this map data, okay? Next, it is asking for the body field 1, 2, 3 and 4. So what are these body fields? These are the variables that I've already told you that I've created in this template 1, 2, 3 and 4. There are 4 variables, and in place of these variables, I want to enter value. So these are the same variables, and I'm going to enter the value according to the requirements. For the customer name, I'm going to map the data of the customer name right over here. I'm going to map it. For the amount right over here, I'm going to map the data of the amount. This is the payment amount. I'm going to map it. Next to it, what I want it as slash and a dash right over here, okay? So this is the amount right over here. Next, it is asking for the product name. So I'm going to map the data of the product name, that is right over here. And for the payment ID, I'm going to map the data of the payment ID that we have received. So after filling all the required details, it says save and send test request. We're going to click on it. But before that, what we have to do is, in place of the recipient mobile number, you can see I've mapped a dummy mobile number. This mobile number is a dummy mobile number. That is why a message cannot be forwarded to this number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this from here. And in place of this dummy mobile number, I'm going to enter my mobile number. So WhatsApp message can be forwarded to my number. So over here, in place of this recipient mobile number, I'm going to enter my mobile number. So as I successfully entered my number, I'm going to click on this save and send test request button. As I've done that, you can see I've received a response. So the message it says as accepted. So I'm going to open my WhatsApp and I'm going to check whether a notification regarding the payment received has been forwarded on my WhatsApp or not. So I'm going to open my WhatsApp. And yes, you can see right away in my WhatsApp, I have received a message. It says, hello test lead. This was the name of my customer who have done the purchase. It says, thank you for your payment. We have received your payment of rupees 9 for Master PHP with our course. Your payment ID is the ID right over here. If you have any questions or need further assistance, feel free to reply to this message or contact us to this number. We appreciate your business and look forward to serving you. Thank you. Regards. So this is the message that has been forwarded using WhatsApp Cloud API to my number. This means that is fully created an automation between Instamojo and WhatsApp with Pabbly Connect. Now with this, what we want is, as the confirmation message has now been forwarded using WhatsApp Cloud API on the Instamojo payment, I also want to create a contact of the student who have done the payment in my Zoho CRM. So what we are going to do is, we're going to add another action step to this workflow. For the action application, we are going to select it as Zoho CRM, as I want to create a contact of my student in my Zoho CRM. Okay. After that, for the action element, I'm going to select as create contact, as I want to create a contact in my Zoho CRM account of my students. After that, I'm going to click on this connect button. A new window is going to appear, on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection. After that, click on connect with Zoho CRM. As you can see over here, a window is then going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the domain. So to have the access of the domain of your account, you have to open the Zoho CRM account. So this is my Zoho CRM account, and to have the domain, in this URL you're going to find the domain. Okay, it says zoho.in. so this is the domain of my account. So I'm going to copy this domain from here, and I'm going to paste the domain right over here. Okay, so these are the domains example given, and my domain is zoho.in. After that, I'm going to click on the save button. A new window is going to appear, on which you have to click on accept, as the save process in my data is saved with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on this accept button. As you can see that we successfully authorized Zoho CRM to Pabbly Connect. After authorizing, it is asking for the lead source first. So for the lead source, I'm going to select it as online store, and next it is asking for the first name, last name, email, and all the other details of our contact. So for the first name and the last name, in my previous response in my Instamojo step, I have received the name of my student right over here, that is first name with the last name, but it is asking for the first name and the last name separately. So what we are going to do is, we are going to add another action step to this workflow. And for the action application, I am going to select it as text formatter by Pabbly. With the help of this amazing feature by Pabbly Connect, we can format the text according to our requirement. For the action event, I'm going to select as split text, as I want to split the first name with the last name, and then I'm going to click on this connect button. As we're going to do that, it is asking for us to select the text that we want to split. For the text that we want to split, I'm going to map the data of the name of my student right away, as I want to split the first name with the last name. How are we going to do that? By splitting the text with the help of the space in the middle of this first name and the last name. So the separator in the help desk, it says for space as a separator, use this right over here. So I'm going to copy this from here, and I'm going to paste it right over here, as I want to use the space to be the separator. And for the segment index, as I want both the first name and last name, so I'm going to select it as all, and then I'm going to click on the save and send test request button. As we're going to do that, we're going to receive the first name and the last name separately. You can see right over here the result 1 and result 2. So now what we are going to do is, in place of the first name, we're going to map the data of the first name from this result, and for the last name, we're going to map the data of the last name of the result. Okay, for the email over here, we're going to map the data of the email of our student right over here. It is asking for the title, department. I do not require the field, so I'm going to skip the part. For the phone number, we're going to map the data of the phone number of our student from my previous response. I'm going to map it. Okay, it is asking for all the other details. I do not require the field, so I'm going to skip the part. Okay, it is asking for the mailing street, city. So for the mailing street, we have received the address of our customer. So what we are going to do is, we're going to map the data of all the details. For the city over here, I'm going to map the data of the city, that is right over here. Similarly, for the state, I'm going to map the data of the state, that is right over here. For the zip, I'm going to map the data of the zip code, that is the postal code. You can see it is right away, so I'm going to map it. And for the mailing country, I'm going to map the data of the country right away. Okay, so this is the country, I'm going to map it. Okay, after filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request button. As I'm going to do that, we have received a response, and for the status, it says a success. So now I'm going to open my Zoho CRM account, and I'm going to check whether a new contact has been added to my Zoho CRM account or not. For that, I'm going to open my account that I've created. So this is my Zoho CRM account and the contacts page of it. I'm going to refresh this page from here. As I've refreshed the page, you can see a new contact and the name of test lead has been added. I'm going to open this contact. And you can see right over here, a contact in the name of test lead has been added to my Zoho CRM account with the email as testlead55@pabblytudes.com, and for the dummy mobile number right over here with all the other details you can see right over here. So this means that it's fully created an automation between Instamojo, WhatsApp and Zoho CRM with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up till now what we have done, I run an online educational platform offering various courses and workshops. I use Instamojo to collect the payments from my students. So my objective is that as soon as a payment is going to be done by my students using Instamojo while purchasing a course, automatically to that student a confirmation WhatsApp message should be forwarded telling them the payment has now been done and they have the access of the course. And with that, I also want to create a contact of that student in my Zoho CRM account, and for that we have created this amazing automation between Instamojo, WhatsApp and Zoho CRM with the help of Pabbly Connect, and this is how you create this amazing automation. So if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video. Not just with these applications, you can create automation with the help of Pabbly Connect between multiple applications. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask your queries on forum.pabbly.com. If you have any queries regarding the pricing of Pabbly Connect, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions and doubts, and please share this video, and thank you for watching.